Hey up lads and lasses, Danfire here, back again with some more GR2 content for you today. So another interesting one, we're doing a bit more of the speculation of what's to come. Shout out to Martinez, who managed to grab a load of images from the Chinese server again. So we're going to have a look. So they've got some captains and stuff like that that we do not have. And it's potential that they might be in the next patch or not. So we're going to have a look at what they've got. I've had to use translator on this, so the translations aren't 100%, so if something sounds a bit weird, probably because it's not translated properly. I mean, it translated stars to food for some reason, as you'll see, because it'll be popping up on your screen now. So we have Cattell Star Chief Maxine, who's a bloke. Maybe that's not translated properly either. It's meant to just be Max. I don't know. But his skill is Mad Madness. 100% chance to trigger. When a fatal attack is received, 5 seconds does not die. Immediately within 14 seconds, and damage increased by 35% within 14 seconds. It can only be triggered once every 30 seconds. It's quite an interesting ability, and it could certainly be used to help maybe tank some bigger damage hits right at the end. If you sort of put him in the way, get him to take the hit, then run him around the back again so he's out of harm's way. Wait for that 30 seconds and just keep cycling him around maybe. Could lead to some interesting tactics. But yeah, definitely an interesting captain to watch out for. We now have Mercenary Dorothy. I'm guessing there's probably some sort of storyline with Killer Robbie here. They look similar sort of ages. And they've got overall damage increased by 110% for 12 seconds when using the combat network. Reduces the individual resistances of the attack party by 16 when the enemy is killed by a critical strike. Sent for 8 seconds. Anti-resistance effect interval of 30 seconds to trigger a... Yeah, it didn't translate that last bit for some reason. So overall damage increased by 110 seconds for 12 seconds when using combat network. That's not bad at all. I run combat networks on all of my fleets I've ever run in the entire game, so it's a nice little buff that's probably always going to be there. Reduces the individual resistance of the attacked party by 16 when the enemy is killed by a critical strike. I can't work out if that's permanent. Percent for 8 seconds. I don't know if that 8 seconds is tagged to that. Either way, if that's a flat 16 resistance reduction, that's actually pretty good in comparison to Lenua, who does a percentage reduction. But yeah, so that's actually pretty decent. So yeah, she's not bad at all. I don't know who Uncle Fung is. Uncle Fung. Viceroy of the Old Erd, and then it cuts off again, I think. Precision repair. Every 15 seconds, restore your lowest ship's resistance by 8%. This is actually quite good. This is straight up better than Princess Layla. And it's straight up better than what's her face? Demi. Technician Demi. Technician Demi does more heal, but it's random and it can just hit ships that you don't need it on at all. This is always hitting the lowest health ship, which means it's going to be, yeah, it's useful. This could potentially see quite a bit more play due to the fact that it's hitting the lowest damage tip, 8% on your low HP monster or something like that. Yeah, you're gonna love it. That's great. That's a load more shots it can take now. And every 15 seconds, it's fairly decent. This is the low end of the skill as well. I think this is at 3-star. So this could potentially be quite a bit more. I don't know what it is maxed out, but yeah, this guy's pretty good. Next up, we have Director of the Institute, Vanessa. I don't know why they got 30 next to him. Is that meant to be like the age? She's 30 years old? Is that what that's meant to be? I mean, I guess it's kind of pervy knowing their age a little bit. It could be the Chinese perviness coming out or whatever it is. After the start of the war, the whole body of friends of the army injury increased by 8%. Resistance increased by 26, and add a stack every 26 seconds up to 3 layers. Whole body of friends of the army injury increased by 8%. I think that means it gets 8% more damage, and she gets a flat 26 resistance buff. And this is actually very strong, and it will continue until she dies. She could definitely be very much meta. This could be that 4th slot, maybe dropping your Vincent or something like that to run Jim, Teresa, Rand, and Vanessa. So yeah, this could be very, very strong. Definitely keep your eye out. If we do get some of these captains, this is definitely one to look out for. And I think this is the last of the captains. So they got 6 more captains than us at the moment. They have Feng Jiansan, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Equalization. Every 20 seconds, let the friends within the 200 range of Feng see the damage suffered by the mountain lasts for 4 seconds. Has probability of its own restore 0.8% shield duration per second over duration. I have absolutely zero idea what the auto translate. Well, the translator tried to translate that too, like literally nothing. Damage suffered by mountain lasts for 4 seconds. I think maybe it's a probability of ignoring the damage for 4 seconds, or maybe it's something more specific to like maybe penetration damage gets ignored for 4 seconds. Probability of restoring 0.8% shield duration per second is actually not bad. That's quite a bit of shields, especially on the bigger shield ships like say the Immortal for an example. This can give you quite a decent amount of shields. Definitely interesting to check out for certain. It's kind of funny, you can see in the background here where it's translated some of the names of the captains that we've got. You got like Mercen Captain Bard, I'm guessing up here or something. But Blackbird Layla is called Black Hussara. Small newspaper chief card is Katina. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with this translator, really. But yeah, that's about it for the captains. We have got some of the Titan weapons coming up now. Oh, no, we got one more captain. I lie. So we have 1st Battalion, Royal Regiment of the Fusiliers. Don't actually have a name for this guy. But back office security. If the number of allied tactical devices is 0, there is a 30% chance that they have been consumed. The number of times the number of tactical devices to fill the number of times used, and increase the battle normal 5% energy. Yeah. What I think he does is if you've got no tactical devices, there's a 30% chance that maybe he removes a use from the enemy tactical devices. I'm really not sure on this one. It's very oddly worded. I'm sure it worked perfectly in Chinese, but it does not in the translator. But yeah, so I mean, I understand the last bit gets 5% energy recovery up to 2 times triggered. So it does sound more like it's going to give you tactical charges back. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense if it starts off going if you've got 0 devices. So maybe it means 0 uses left. It's got a chance of triggering and giving you a use back, which makes them completely useless in arena, because the chances are the time that you're running out of tacticals to use is when the end of the arena part starts, and you get all your tacticals back for free anyway. Potentially using Wolf as well, because that sometimes you can run out of uses in there. Might make things like the Legion, which relies on the DMG, for example, to dish out large amounts of its damage, a little bit more viable. Interesting. It'd be definitely worth having a look what it says in English if we do get him, and seeing what he can do. If you've noticed, a lot of these are captains that we have seen. They are in if you go to the captains in here, you can see some of these in the relations. There's some odd dudes popping up in here. So that's something we haven't seen as Emily, but let's see. Yeah, there's Repairman Gold. We had a look at him. He's got the precision repairs. So the only one we've got that we can see. Yeah, there's some here that don't exist still. The Commoner Joshua. Maybe that's the only ones, the Repairman Gold. Anyway, that is the last of the captains, and we have some skins. So we have a new Karen skin, which looks pretty cool. She's got a nice little red streak in her hair. I think that's the one I said I wanted at some point because it looks cool. I thought that'd be a new captain, but it's not. It's Karen. So yeah, that's cool. Mirai oddly has another skin. Actually, why's Karen got one? I think she's got a skin already as well. And Mirai's got another skin now. Rudolph with another skin. Actually, I don't think he has a skin at the moment, but Rudolph gets a skin. Not that anyone really uses them all that much. And yeah, that's it for that. And here are some of the, I believe, Titan weapons. So these weapons are specifically for the Titan. So we have the Fort Mac class beam guided missiles, I'm guessing. The Tiger something another. Fire Dragon Flying Bomb. Titan type. I hope they don't change that name. I love it. Fire Dragon Flying Bomb. Yeah. That's the kind of thing, if you've ever watched the old Chinese kung fu films, and you got like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and stuff like that. They got these crazy names. I love them. Yeah, I hope they don't change. I hope they keep that name if we get it, and yeah, it's gonna be amazing. The Heavy Type Anti-Fish Ray. I really hope they don't change some of these, just because they sound fantastic in this weird translated state. We have the Modified Type with tie gun. You can die your enemies with that one. We have the Dark Matter Storm. That's pretty cool sounding, a bit more Western. War Bullet. Yeah, just war bullets. I'm guessing that's some kind of... Most of these do look like they are basically just a larger version of what we have. So I think this might be like Tiger Shark torpedoes, the Tiger one that we don't have a name with. The Modified Type Tiger one looks like just a big etheric. The War Bullet, for example, is T-bullets. Fort class beam guided missiles, and then we go into the purple, which is more or less the same as the gold. There are a few extra ones there that you can see that are some kind of kinetic weapon or something like that. So yeah, they're all pretty interesting. And here is a quick look at one of the weapons on one of these Titans. So this is the magnetic track gun. I'm guessing this is the Titan version of the rail gun. And as we can see, it does a hell of a lot of damage. Heat damage is humongous, and it does EM, electromagnetic damage as well, which is a bit lower. Also says movement can hurt. I'm not sure if that's just translated badly and it's actually meant to be kinetic damage, kinetic movement. I think that's translated badly, and I think that's meant to be kinetic damage. Either way, these things are hitting about as hard as our tacticals on a sort of 10-second cooldown and stuff like that, which makes these Titans actually kind of scary. These guys are going to be hitting hard. So how you take them down within these wars, or whether they are used within our fleets, I don't know yet. Again, the devs aren't saying any of this is coming to us. They're just suggesting Titans of some description, whether that be in wars or anything like that. Just a quick one as well. So I have found out that the servers aren't actually all merged together in the Chinese server. They have some form of merging, maybe 2-3 servers like us, but they have an inter-server war, which seems to be sort of once a month or something like that. And that's 20 servers all in a single Legion battle. Apparently, according to what I've read, is it takes 10 minutes to fly from one side of this map to the other side of this map. So that could be fairly interesting to see. It's a shame if it is only once a month though, because I don't think that's going to keep players around. Some of the older guys are a bit tired of being the only Legion ever in a war, and if that's only happening once a month, I don't think that's going to hold them back in or keep them, you know, back in and playing. But we will see. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this. If you've got any comments, definitely drop them down below, especially about some of these weapons and stuff. And if you do speak Chinese, there are the original copies of these on my Discord. You can find that in the description link below. Go check them out, and if you want to have a go translating them so they make it a little bit more sense than what I managed to muster up, please do. Other than that, don't forget to like, and again, like I said, comment and subscribe. It helps me out, it helps the channel out, and yeah, hope you have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you next time.